Greetings, hello and welcome back to a little bit of a channel update video. I think I haven't done one of those in a while. So yeah, mostly on the screen there's not going to be much here. It's mostly about me talking, but I'll throw something on here so that it's not just a static background. Anyway, a few things to talk about when it comes to the channel, the videos, the current series, and the current live streams. Before we start off with the usual content, there's something special coming up soon. I have been accepted into the Alpha 21 streamer weekend for 7 days to die. There's no date yet for when this weekend will actually take place, but for the first time I actually meet the criteria to participate in that weekend, so I will get early access before the Alpha 21 goes live then after the weekend. So I will be live streaming that in some sort of fashion, depending on the date, obviously. I'll do my best to make myself available, but depending on when exactly that Alpha 21 weekend happens, given what I'm going to talk about later in the video, there might be some complications, but I'll do my best to actually cover it as much as I can. So looking forward to that. You know that I do like my zombie survival games, and 7 Days to Die has been one of my more played games in my Steam list. So we also actually streamed that a while back, some co-op 7 days with Illogical, so I hope that he'll also be around and join me for this. So more details to come in the future, but keep an eye out and follow over on Twitch if you want to watch this when it goes live. And maybe we'll even do a series here on YouTube once the alpha is fully out. We'll see. Alright, talking about zombie, over on the zombie side of things, if I can click the right buttons, we have the current series going on with the runners research and radio, the second run, and it's going fairly well. I think given that some of the stuff I have to do to actually complete this is going to be a little bit grindy. There's going to be a few more episodes where I just skip a few days or don't record a few days and grind out some skills. Again, I'm trying to make it interesting to watch, and just some of the skills in the game are just time consuming. Not necessarily playtime, because you just fast forward the time, but it's to a point where I think it don't make super interesting YouTube content, so I'm just gonna cut those kind of days off. But there's still a lot to explore. I'm kind of intimidated a little bit by that huge map that we are about to delve into, and that might just be a little bit of a distraction. So yeah, but that series is going well, and I'm enjoying it a whole lot, and we'll see where this goes. On the XCOM front, you know, the current series is coming to an end. We're probably like a week, maybe a little bit more away from finishing it off. So we'll see how much longer that is. Like, I'm really enjoying late game missions. That's not something new. I've said that a few times in the past. So I might, you know, take another UFO or take another supply raid here or there. But it's really, we're doing the Forge, I think it is, later this week, or maybe early next week. I don't know how it actually shakes out. And then it's just the Cygate, and at that point we can do the final missions. So we'll see how that goes. I do have plans for the next series, and I want to share the general idea quickly with you. So I want to go back to, well, we're still going to do Long War of the Chosen, because I think that's, to me, the most fun version of XCOM that to me personally that I can play right now. But we're gonna leave the mod jam environment, go back to vanilla Long War of the Chosen, and I want to do a run where I'm limited on squad size. Thinking back of the Army of Two series, which is kind of the first thing I ever streamed, I was thinking about doing an Army of Four campaign in Long War. Now, Army of Four with a terms and conditions apply, it's more like a Army of Two less than what you would normally bring. So most missions then with 4 people, and then maybe HQ assaults with 6 or something like that. It might be a bit ambitious to the point where I'm considering putting some sort of equalizer in there. That gives me a little bit of an edge to have like a smaller team of stronger soldiers. More details on that, or if you have any ideas of how to achieve that, please feel free to leave a comment below or join the Discord server and go into the suggestions channel where I will share my idea of how this run is gonna look, and we can then discuss or agree or disagree on what might make this interesting. When it comes to current series over on Twitch, we're doing a Modgem campaign, so just pure basic Modgem Plus without all the extra classes, with some power restrictions. I think I mentioned that in today's episode, or will later today in the episode, depending on when this year goes live, that there are restrictions to not use the fire poison combo rockets. We're also not using AP grenades that make the early game super easy, and we're not using laptops that allow you to get basically all the hacking rewards. We'll see whatever restrictions or non-restrictions we'll come up with, and maybe or maybe not add something else. Another thing we're doing on Twitch, if you're watching this today, then it will happen today, is we're doing the first unofficial Gatecrasher Invitational. That is competitive XCOM 2, of course, with, you know, all in good spirit, and not actually competitive, but just for the fun of it. The idea is that I'll play the Gatecrasher mission, the first mission of the campaign, 3 times, once with each different faction hero, and then I take the starting saves from these 3 missions, give them to Logical, who's also going to play all 3 missions. We have a little bit of a scoring system in place, and then we'll compare who had the better results. And maybe some other streamers or YouTubers or anyone else wants to give it a shot, can use those saves and then see what kind of result they get. So, and yeah, and if that's fun for everybody who's watching or participating, we might make a second round later on. We can elaborate, work on those rules for the scoring, and can make this kind of a regular event sort of thing. And again, this is not sweaty try-hard Premier League stuff, but rather just all in good fun. Then finally, with all the series-related stuff coming to sight, a little bit on a personal note here at the end. So I don't usually talk a lot about my personal life in the background. You might have caught up that, yes, from my accent, I'm from Germany, but I'm currently living in Ireland. But my time here in Ireland is coming to a close, so I'll be moving back to Germany within the next 2 months. Obviously, such a move will cause some sort of disruption. I don't know the exact dates yet, so that I still need to finalize. I don't know the details of the impact. Once I know, I'll let you know in some sort of either a post or another update video. So there might be some disruptions in the upload schedule. There's definitely going to be disruptions in the streaming schedules, but hopefully, if all works out, we'll be back up and running as soon as I'm established back over in good old Germany. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.